Hello folks, in this video I'm going to walk you through how to set up your audio recorders. So on your kits you may have received our mini microphone with a shock mount, mini cable, and a windbreaker. And then your Zoom H4n recorder. Some of you received it this way, and some others received it inside a Gator case. You also should have received a mini extension cord and your Rode boom pole. Also, there should be some batteries on the side inside your kit. The first thing we want to do is grab our mini microphone and our shock mount and attach them together. If you can see on the microphone, there's a little grip that is exactly the same width as the mount. So you're gonna enter from the back, not from the front, but from the back. Just squeeze it right through. And yes, so the grip falls within the microphone. All right. Now that it's securely attached, you can give it a little shake. Make sure it's not gonna fall off. Perfect. The next thing you're gonna do is attach your mini cable. Either way is the same to the back of your microphone. This is pretty simple. After you attach your microphone to the mount and you have the cable in, you can attach this to the boom pole. So the boom pole has a screw on the top. Some boom poles will come with some rubber thingies on top. It's like a protection piece. You can go ahead and remove them, and then you're free to attach the bottom of your mount onto the boom pole. So remember, always righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. You're just gonna go screw it in. Perfect. And just keep scrolling on this part. Make sure you're holding on the top riser of your boom pole, because it might actually spin the whole thing. So just grab the top part and just screw it in. Okay, give it a little shake, make sure it's safely placed in. And then you want to attach the cable, the cord extension onto your boom pole. So the squiggly part will be attached to the microphone. Perfect. And obviously you're not going to be using the boom pole this way. So if you need to extend your boom pole, there's a very helpful print on the boom pole. So you go to the right to lock or to the left to loose. So same as everything, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So once you twist to loosen, you can see, you can pull up. Let's say we want to go this large, and then you follow the instruction here to lock to the left. Just keep going until it's tight enough. Perfect. Right, I got a little tangled here. Right, so you have the head of your boom pole. When you're operating it, you will grab the handle. Sorry, my room is really small. You will grab the handle with your right hand, and the front with your left hand. Okay. Then you just want to go give it a couple spins around the pole to make sure you don't have loosened pieces onto the pole, because this might make some noise and your microphone can pick up the noise. So have it go around the boom pole just a little bit so it doesn't rattle against the pole. And then with your right hand, you're going to be holding the boom pole and the cable. And then with your left hand, you're going to be controlling. This is our Zoom H4n. This will be inside of the Gator case. If you don't have a Gator case, it will look like this when you pull it out of the box. First thing we're gonna do is open the case. Perfect. And if we go down the list, actually, before we go down the list, I'll walk you through all the components of your H4n. So on the side, right here, we have a menu button right there, and this is a dial that you can scroll through the menu. I like to call it the spinny thingy. And then we have two buttons to set our recording levels. We can go up with the plus sign, or we can go down with the minus sign. Underneath we have the entrance for the SD card. Perfect. If we look in the back, over here is where we are going to be plugging in our 35mm microphone. And let's see, over here in the back is where the batteries go. And there's a little button that says stamina and we can turn it on or off, but we'll get there in a second. Now if we go over here, on the top we have a built-in microphone, and actually it will activate both at the same time, and it's bi-directional, so one points that way and the other one points this way. Okay, and then we have our the basic front. Over here we have the different possible tracks. Over here on this side we can choose between the different channels. We have either the built-in mic or the alternate channels, which are in the bottom. We have 1 and 2 right here. This is the recording button. For playback we have a play and pause button. Backward to move across your tracks, back or forward, and this is to stop the recording. Alright, so now we can go down the list. The first thing to do is to get the batteries in there, so we're gonna push this out and pull it out, and this is pretty self-explanatory. So negative goes this way. This ribbon though has to go underneath the batteries. We put in the batteries, and actually what it does, if you want to take out the batteries, you just pull out this ribbon and they will come out easier. If you forget to do this step, you'll have to use your nails, and like it can be painful. On this side right here, there's a little switch button. You can go left or right to turn it on or off. We want this to be always in off. We don't want the stamina to be on. Okay, perfect. We'll go ahead and close this. Okay, now that the battery is in, we can insert the media on the other side. There's a little symbol, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, right here on the side, that tells you on what direction should the media go. But a good way to remember is that it's always the little strips on the side are always facing down. Perfect. You push it, you hear a click, you're good to close it. Alright, let's go ahead and turn it on. So on the side there's the power button. You will push down and hold for a second, and there you go, we're turning it on. It takes a few seconds to load. Alright, and once it's finished loading, this is what it looks like. And let's keep going down the list. Alright, so first on the list is to reset to factory settings. We don't want to be using the settings that somebody else was using, because it could have been a film student or a sound student, and sometimes we use different recording settings. So let's go into the menu, and I'll just hold it like this. Alright, we'll go into the menu, and we'll go ahead and scroll all the way down to System. And to select System, you will actually push onto the spinny thing. So push it. Perfect. And then we will scroll down all the way to Factory Reset. Right there. just push it. It will ask you, you will say yes please. Fantastic. Now it takes a couple seconds to load. The next thing on the list would be to format your media. You want to have as much space available as you can. So you will go again into the menu right there, and then you will scroll down to SD card. It's just one menu under system. Perfect. And it will ask, it's a second option in the following menu. You'll select that, and it will ask you again, are you sure? Yes. Perfect, and it's working on it. Takes a few seconds. Now that we finished formatting the media card, we can go ahead and do your recording settings. So we'll go again under menu, and we will scroll down to record. You will select that, and then recording format is the first option. You click on that, and it's gonna give you a series of options. For film, we will do it at 48 kilohertz by 24 bits. Some students may use a different format for recording format, maybe for sound, but that's what's suggested for the film classes. Okay, great. Now that we've set up that, let's go back in the list. The next thing on the list would be to attach the headphones. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get headphones on this for this semester, but if you have your own headphones, you can attach them on this side right here. Okay, perfect. And that's gonna help you monitor what you recorded. Next, we're gonna be attaching the rig that we did for the boom pole and the shotgun mic to some recorder. So the entrance is 3.5 millimeter, I think, and this goes in the back right there. Perfect. The other end would be attached to your boom pole. So now that we connected the external microphone to the Zoom recorder, instead of getting sound sources from this microphone, it will be getting it from here. So that's this one right here. You can see it's highlighted on a red light. If there was a microphone attached to this side, you want to go over here to collect the information from these entrances. But we're actually going to use the mic option to get it from this source. And we also need to go under menu, and we will go to the input menu. You will select that, and then you're gonna go down all the way to plugin. You're gonna select that, and it's set to off. You want to turn that on, and basically you're telling your Zoom recorder that you want to do, because our mini mic doesn't have any power source, you're letting the Zoom know that the mic needs power. So now we're sending power to the microphone. So we can exit, and now we're good to give it a taste. A test. Alright, and now we're good to test it out. So you will push the record button once to start getting sound from your microphone source. And as you can see here, the microphone is picking up my voice. Now let's go ahead and test it. You want to push the recording button once, and it will start blinking. That means that you have access to the sound coming from your microphone, but it's not actually recording just yet. If it's blinking, it will just give you access to see your levels right here. And the next thing on the list would be to set up your levels. which should be between -20 and -12 decibels. So let me find a good angle here. So if you can see it on your screen, I'm gonna get the microphone closer to my face. That's way too loud. So on your levels, you're gonna bring this down until my voice is steadily between -20 and 12. So I'm gonna keep talking until my voice doesn't go over -12. So I think right there would be okay. So when I'm talking, my levels stay between -12 and -20 decibels. So that's how you set up your levels. Now, in order to record, you want to push the record button one more time. Right there. Perfect. And we are recording. This is a test. This is a test. Alright. Alright. And I'm gonna push again to start recording. So I'm currently recording, and I will count this as my test. I'm just testing my levels. And to stop recording, I will go ahead and push the stop button. And we can see, well, I actually created a few other tracks by accident, but you can see we're on track 002. Your first track will be 000, and then the second one would be 001. So this is my third track. And let's play it back to make sure we recorded properly. And just hit the play button to play back. And I'm gonna push again to start recording. So I'm currently recording, and I will count this as my test. Alright, I can't stand my own voice. Alright, and that's basically how you set up the Zoom recorder. Let's break it down. The breakdown is pretty self-explanatory. You will first unplug this right here. To turn off your recorder, you will hold down for a couple seconds, and it will tell you goodbye, see you soon, and then it goes off. Make sure you, when you're finished, remove your media and offload, and also pull out your batteries. Perfect. Alright, and this is good to go back in the case. Perfect. Alright, and we're gonna, especially for audio cables, we want to do an over-under. And many of you guys may know or may not know what the over goes like. So I'll go ahead and start. Since this is a really rather small cable, you want to go about this size. You start here, then you go over the front of the cable, and then you hold it, and then you create the next loop. Instead of going over again, you're gonna go under. So now you're gonna be holding it in the back of your fingers, and then we do over again. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So for audio cables, because they're very fragile, we want to do over when we wrap them up instead of over under. So you're gonna hold your cable like this. You're gonna create a loop around your hand. That's over. And then you're gonna create the next loop with your right hand. You're gonna go like this. You're gonna create the under. Then your next loop is gonna go over into the front part of your hand, and then under, and then over and under. This is a little bit complicated and a little bit hard to explain too, so give it a try a few times until you get it. And basically over under will let you do and undo the cable without any tangling. So I'll go ahead and do it one more time. So you have your cable, you go over, you go under, you go over, you go under, you go over, and then you go under. And I know it's hard to see. I'll do an extreme close-up of this. And then just to tighten it up, just go around the cable a couple times with the left piece to make sure it stays together, and click it together again. Et voila. Alright. Now to remove your mic from the boom pole, same as we did before. Instead of doing righty-tighty, we're gonna go to left. Unscrew the shock mount. Perfect. That's unscrewed. And then remove the mini cable. You don't need to do an over-under in this one. And then remove the mic. Again, not from the front, but from the back. Pull it out from the back. What we're trying to avoid is for you to grasp this piece onto the front piece. We don't want to damage the microphone. Okay. And then we're good to save your microphone. Just save your shock mount. And then for the boom pole, now to screw it back inside, we want to first loosen it. So instead of going righty-tighty, we're gonna go lefty-loosey till it's loose. Then you can collapse it. And then you will lock again. Perfect. When you're operating your boom pole, be aware of your surroundings. For instance, in my case, I wouldn't use a boom pole inside my room because I can knock things over easily. Yeah, and the way you want to use your right hand. With your right hand, you will be holding the cable, and with your left hand, you will be operating. You want to find a comfortable position for you, where your back doesn't get too tired. So you can go, don't try to do like an awkward position like this. Just use your angles, if that makes sense. And yeah, try not to do a lot of weight on your shoulders. I'm sure there's a lot of great YouTube videos where you can watch this, because I don't think I'm the best person to explain this. But basically, you're gonna go, you have your cable right here, you have the male, then you go over, right there, that's over on the front, and then the next loop will go under. So one more time, over, and the next loop will go under. So instead of going in front of your fingers, we'll go in the back of your fingers. And then again, over, in front, under, in the back, over, in front, under, in the back, over, and under. And then it looks sort of like this. If you are to take your safety test, feel free to pull out the cable and practice your over-under, because this takes some practice. And I'll look for some YouTube videos to share with you, because I'm probably not the best person to explain over-under. And I think that's it. Thank you for watching.